Hello, this is Will and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is top interview tips. First one is be prepared for the commonly asked questions. Number one, tell me about yourself. Number two, what do you know about this company? Number three, do you have any questions for us? Those three questions will be asked in every interview, no matter what. Now, let's go over some other questions that you should definitely be prepared for. Tell me about your work history. Have your resume in front of you. I don't care if it's a phone interview, a virtual interview, in person. Have it in front of you. Because you might forget something, you might forget a company. Most of the people that I've been working with lately have 10 plus years of work experience, not all with the same company. So please have it as a reference. If you need to look down, we definitely understand as recruiters. So what I want you to do is if you're going for a sales position, focus mostly on your sales positions and focus on your metrics. Focus on if you got promoted, things of that nature. You can talk about your other positions, but gloss over those. Get to the positions that most correlate with the position that you're going for. Recruiters love that. And hiring managers, by the way. So that's number one. That's one of the questions you need to be prepared for. But again, be a subject matter expert on yourself. Study your resume because they're going to ask you. But also be prepared to answer that question. We also talk about why should we hire you? This is one of those things people will say you're arrogant, you're full of yourself, whatever it is. No, you are not. And even if you are, this lets me know why I should hire you over the 3 to 4, I'm going to say 3 to 5 other candidates that we looked at your resume and find that you are comparable with. What makes you stand out? So definitely be prepared to answer that. Before we even get to the compensation, this is something you should do. If you're moving, if you're staying in the same area, you need to know what you need to make from a company or what you need to be compensated to make your ends meet and have something to save, or however you live your life. You want to travel, things of that nature, but you need to come up with a number that you cannot go below. Definitely a number that you cannot go below. Period. You need to know this. So that's number one, because you need to be able to walk away if you need to. Stay where you're at or keep looking, but you need to be able to walk away if you need to. So knowing that number will help you out with this a lot. Now they're going to ask you the question. So what were you looking to make? What were you, however they say it, but they're going to ask you what you want to make. Do not answer that question with a number, because that's a trap. Do not answer that question with a number. Again, it's a trap. What you want to do is flip it back on them. Say something like, so what is the salary range for this position? Throw it back on the recruiter or the hiring manager. Now, this is the thing. Sometimes as a recruiter, I don't have the final numbers. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sometimes I don't. There are times that I do, and I definitely have to give you the range. Now, if you're in the range, go for the higher part of the range, because the other secret is they're never going to give you what you asked for. They're going to come in a little bit lower. So if the range is 40 to 50, you knew you needed 42 to be able to make all your ends meet, come in at 48. You more than likely will get 46. And it's just across the board. I don't know why this happens, because this is out of recruiters' hands at this point. This is on the other end of the spectrum. We cannot say, oh, you're going to make this much, or I guarantee you can make this much, unless it's a flat rate across. But recruiter says, oh, I know I can get you 50. He's either lying or you came in way too low. Next part is body language. You have to come in looking confident in what you're talking about. And I know people get nervous. I get nervous doing interviews. I get that. But you have to come off as confident, because if you don't, you come off as lying. Why are they fidgeting? Why can't they make eye contact with me? Certain things that recruiters are told to look for, because we literally have to sift through liars. That is almost in our job description. People steal the people's resumes. People have been coached so much that they know what to say and they've never done any of this. Please show confidence. You can even say, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous, but show chest out, shoulders back, enunciate, speak loudly or loud enough that we can hear you. Command the room. That is the best advice I can give you. Okay, the last piece of advice, be yourself. This will never be in a job description, but a lot of people get hired because it is a personality fit. Let's be clear. There are people who are just going to clash and we kind of already know who those people are in general. Or if I'm interviewing you and you're really happy-go-lucky and the hiring manager is like really melancholy, and that's probably the best word I can use, you're not going to be a good fit because you're going to get on each other's nerves. And I'll try to find you a different hiring manager or a different position. There's nothing worse than trying to be somebody who's not you and you don't get the job. But the person you actually are, your absolute personality, outgoing, laid back, whatever it is, just imagine your actual personality would have gotten you the job. But you were trying to be somebody else. Well, that's all the time I have for you today. Again, this is Will. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Me and Latoya from Global Placement Services will start doing lives here within the next couple of months. So please, any questions that you have, please put those questions down below. As always, you can follow me on all social media. All of my information is in the description box. Again, thanks so much for coming. See you next time.